Hello everyone, this is Panda. I'm here early in the morning in Long Island City because it's 4th of July. I'm not sure if I want to take pictures of 4th of July, but I also want to test out this portrait mode on the gimbal. Now I was testing it on the way here and I noticed that the motor axle, the pan motor axle gets very hot to the touch when I was doing a Instagram feed. It just gets very hot. Now it's not hot, it's just slight warm right now. But I'm using Maven Filters to record this, so I like to always plug Maven Filters in all of my videos. I'm using the 3-stop and the CPL. So I'm using my Samsung S21 Plus, I'm using the YouTube app, and I'm using the Comic-Con Audio VD Live 10. So with that said, everyone, I'm just testing portrait mode because there's been some problems with portrait mode with this mode. I like this mode, but there's also some shortcomings that I really want to discuss. So Zhiyun, it's already been informed with my Instagram video about how I don't like the fact that it's great that you can automatically set up portrait mode without taking anything apart. That's great. But I don't like that I can't see my display because now I have to find a new position and try to look at my display and tilt up. And that's I gotta look back and hold back. And I like this for you guys because, YouTube says that everyone is doing, portrait mode videos. So let's give what YouTube's algorithm wants, portrait videos. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am using the Zhiyun Weebly 2 Pro, and I set up the calibration. Mind you, I'm fine-tuning the parameters because when you use different modes on this gimbal, you have to set up parameters. It's not going to be the same parameters as your last settings in your last mode. Everything's differently because, as I just said, the pan axis motor is just getting very hot now. It's getting warm and warmer as I continue to use this mode. And I find that a little bit strange. Like the pan axis motor is the one motor that is taking... Oh wow. Did YouTube just cut out on me as I was just speaking? This is why I don't like YouTube app. This is why I wanted to do this on the Premise Live app. I might just do that. I might just use the Premise Live app because I don't want it to keep cutting out. And YouTube's app keeps doing that to everybody. I just said some very important things about this gimbal. And I just wish you gotta have a better way so we can control bit rate. And that is your problem. I'm speaking and trying to educate people live, and your app keeps cutting out based on it wants to adapt to a bit rate. It should be fixed. But as I was saying, everyone, I hope this is recorded. See, now you got to keep checking it. And mind you, it's not in a very good position either, holding this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I was just trying to explain about the Weebly 2 Pro and portrait mode, about the pan axis motor getting very warm to the touch. And as I tried to do this video, which I did on Instagram, it turned out great, but I noticed the pan motor gets very hot. And what that means is that basically the pan motor is taking all the brute force and all the power, and basically it's the mother of all powers. So basically this base needs to be adjusted. So maybe I need to adjust the pan bar. What do you think, guys? Because it seems, but that's the thing, it's balanced. Everything is balanced. So maybe this is why everyone wanted to switch over to the Weebly 3 and 3S. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be a long-term problem, but it is warm to the touch right now as I'm touching that pan axis in portrait mode. So this is portrait mode on the Weebly 2 Pro gimbal, everybody. And mind you, disclaimer, Zhiyun did not ask me to do this video. I'm doing this video because you guys, some of you said you wanted to watch the 4th of July parade. So I figured let me do it in portrait mode, because that's what YouTube is recommending that my videos should be based in, because that's a new thing. It's the trend now, vertical video, portrait mode. But yeah, everyone, so I'm testing the gimbal. It's early in the morning. I got some sleep last night. I went to bed early. I was like, I'm gone. I had my fun outside, but you know, I cannot. It's like I can't miss a day of work, everyone. This is my work, to educate people how to use these gimbals properly. Now, like I said before, everyone, I am also calibrating portrait mode. This is why I'm doing this live test. I want you guys to be my eyes and my ears. I want you guys to tell me if it's smooth or not. So, with that said, everyone, I just want to demonstrate in real time. This is what I do. If brands want to see what I do, this is what I do in real time, brands. Whoever you are, you could be a gimbal manufacturer, camera manufacturer, lens manufacturer. This is how I do my assessments in the real world. Not in this, and yes, sometimes studio work is needed, but you know, when you want to get closed doors in person, one-on-one, like say my introduction and my conclusions, yes. But my test is mostly 99% outside in the real world, because most of the time you're going to be using this gear outside 99% in the real world. So with that said, everyone, now as I said before, I have no problem with this gimbal. I love this gimbal, but I've noticed that the pen axis is taking all that brute force, and it is hot to the touch. But also, ladies and gentlemen, you can't lock this position, because as I said, you're going to have to, it pans with you. You see, it pans. You can't lock the position, which this is why also some people prefer to go to the Weebly 3 and 3S. But with the Weebly 2 Pro here, I'm able to actually just press one button to go into portrait mode without disassembling my gear and swapping it into portrait mode. See, on the 3S and the 3 and 3S, you do that, but on the Weebly 2 Pro, you only have one function, which is on the display, and you only have to press one button, and it automatically goes into portrait mode. But as I said, the morning is getting very warm to the touch in real time. I want everyone to know, as a gimbal operator, this is how I do my assessments in real time. We're on Jackson Avenue, everyone. So we're gonna go to the port. We're gonna go to the storage, get some batteries. I'm not sure I should bring the camera, but today's 4th of July, so I figured I wanted to test this mode before any other live stream, everyone. It's important that I do these live streams and these evaluations on these products in real time, and then hopefully the brands like Zhiyun is appreciate that someone like me is giving an audience a chance to see me in real time use the gimbal as intended in portrait mode. It is smooth, don't get me wrong, but I feel like in portrait mode I need to fix the parameters. I can make this much smoother and much more cleaner. And I assure you I can. But like I said, everyone, ooh. I do like it in portrait mode. And by the way, everyone is commenting on my gear in the streets of New York City. Like, people just say, yo, that camera looks sick. The setup, it's the setup. It's the perfect setup. It's a pro setup. That's what this is. People are not normally comfortable seeing such a mobile rig built to look like a cinema camera. Like, yeah, you gotta put your mind to it. So with that said, everyone, so how is the footage? I just want to know from you guys in real time, as the audience. This is a live stream. There's no sugarcoating. This is not pre-recorded. This is a live stream. The reason why I'm doing the live stream is because you know how live streams, people, let's be honest, some people, they do have a gimbal, but they don't actually set up the parameters, and sometimes it's still shaky. Well, I'm just doing that test to make sure that my live streams are perfect and smooth, because ain't nobody want no shaky footage. But other than that, everyone, as I said, I'm using Maven Filters. I'm using the 3. That's what filters are doing. Yeah, that's what the CPL does. Ooh. But this is real time, everyone. I know the video keeps cutting in and out. Stupid YouTube. Kevin O'Leary said, what city is this? It's New York City, friend. It literally says it in the title. I'm speechless. It literally says it in the title. But anyway, everybody, we're testing, and someone in the comments said it looks good. Yeah, but I'm worried about this pan motor getting very, very hot to the touch. But I also noticed also battery gets a lot more, it drains a lot more faster in portrait mode. Why is that, Junior? Yes, my battery was at 93% this morning. When I used portrait mode for the Instagram video, it literally went from 93% to 78%. Yes, it did, friends. So, in portrait mode, it pretty much is in pan focus all the time. See, if I pan up, pan up. If I pan down, I pan down. If I pan left, it pans left. See? It's very good. Now, I do have a leather handle, which makes my experience, you guys should see my setup. It's sick, friend. My setup is just nasty. This is why everyone's like, yo, that gimbal looks sick. That setup. Yeah, everyone. Like, I was in Williamsburg, everyone kept stopping me. I was like, what gimbal is that? I was like, the Zhiyun Weebly 2 Pro. Not the 3, not the 3S. And I said, they also, and I let people know, they also got the new gimbals out. You got the Smooth 5 with the AI, and you got the Seating Pier. So, and like I said, Zhiyun is not sponsoring this video, everyone. They're not sending me anything for free. I paid for this gimbal with my own money. I just want them to know that I'm a user, and I am doing my best to do my best assessment to educate those live about gimbals in the real world. I know some of my videos may be long, but it's important that people need to see in real time if it's going to mess up, if it's going to malfunction. You know, it just doesn't take 5 minutes video. No, videos should be more thorough and more transparent, as I'm trying to be transparent with my audience. It is hard when people are literally disliking these educational videos to give people a sense of comfortability that they can use the gimbal with ease. And I feel like the Zhiyun gimbals, the Zhiyun gimbal line, from the Weebly to the Seating Pier to the Smooth line, all the gimbals are so easy to use. Even a freaking child can use the gimbal. But if you go to any other gimbal like the Ronin, which is nice, I love the Ronins, don't get me wrong, but it can be complicated when nitpicking and tweaking on what you put on those gimbals. Same thing with the Moza Goose Crosshair 2 and 3. Same thing. Very refrigeratingly, it works, but not easy for anyone to use. It takes someone with very skills and very knowledge about gimbals and the calibration of those gimbals and how those gimbals work. And I feel like the Zhiyun brand makes it easier for every single body to use a gimbal. You don't even need to read you don't even need to read the manual. You could just put your camera on it and it would calibrate it itself on it, and it will let you know on the display, hey, can you tweak this back a little bit? Boom, there you go, done. Easy. So yes, everyone, I am kind of plugging the Zhiyun Weebly 2 line of gimbals, but it made my life easier. Mind you, I was struggling with the Crosshair 2 last year and the year before that. When we first got it, tilting off its balance sometimes. Even when we got the calibration correct, it still tilts. But we still continue to use it. It worked in a lot of certain areas, but we didn't use it a lot because it was also not very economically comfortable when on the handle. The battery life was... The fuck? Why does it do that? That's what I was saying, everyone. See, YouTube app keeps cutting in and out. That's what I was saying, everyone. I feel like this gimbal, by far, when it comes down to economics and holding this gimbal, it is comfortable than any of the other gimbals I had. Not only it is way more satisfying when it comes down to battery life. Guys, I don't even have to charge this gimbal. The last time I charged this gimbal was 2 days ago. That's the last time I charged the gimbal. With any other gimbal that I owned, I had to charge it every single day, or when I was at shoots, or when I'm doing live streams, the battery would go down. I would have to find a place to charge the gimbal. So that could be every 4 to 6 hours, which is not very good economically. If it's, yes, so I feel that with this gimbal, and mind you, I do have a light load, and I have tried this with heavy loads. Don't get me wrong, everybody, if you haven't seen my video of me setting up this gimbal with all 3 cameras, including my mobile and my 2 DSLRs, yes, I have a whole system on ArcSwiss because everything is ArcSwiss compatible that I own. Even this gimbal is ArcSwiss compatible. Everything I own is ArcSwiss. I want everything one system, completely. Even my L brackets for my mirrorless or DSLR cameras have an L bracket for ArcSwiss. ArcSwiss makes life better as a videographer or a photographer, especially for photographers. As a logger, yes too. ArcSwiss, everything ArcSwiss compatible. If you guys are not familiar with ArcSwiss compatibility plates, you should, because you can buy accessory plates from 50 to 30s to 70s, I think all the way to 82s. Oh. And you go as low as 30 with ArcSwiss, but it depends if you have the same system. Like I say, if you're going to invest in ArcSwiss, you got to invest in ArcSwiss. And now everything is mostly ArcSwiss compatible. So, now, I'm using one hand, don't get me wrong. Normally I will hold this with 2 hands, right? Because you should see the setup I have. But I normally do use 2 hands for holding the gimbal, but since I'm trying to gain muscle. But with that said, everyone, I just feel that the Weebly 2 gimbals do work way far better than any other gimbal experience I have used, other than second place is probably the Ronin DJI. Third place, I would have to say it's a tie between Guzin and Furrytech. Furrytech did make some good gimbals, but they didn't have accessibility to parameters. Those gimbals did not have, some of the gimbals did not have settings to certain parameters that you can fine tweak the smoothness, yes. I just think that, yeah. And now the Fujitech brand is now listening to users. That you should have done that in the first place. As a gimbal operator, you should give me all functionalities so I can make my video experience better. And like, mind you, this improves on, performance and durability too when operating the gimbal. Oh, we're gonna take a break right here, everyone. But I wanted to make this video live because I want to show everyone that this is what I do. I have to continue to test before. Now I'm starting to see why I should be testing before doing any live streams. All the gear, making sure it works properly, making sure the battery life. Now the motor, again, the pan axis right now is it's very hot. It's super hot right now. So I'm gonna So this is what I'm going to do, everyone. Since it's in portrait mode, see, it's very hot. Ooh, that is very hot. I'm going to sit down for a minute. Oh, and I'm going to see if it cools down, because it could be that I am walking and it's trying to keep stable. Like I said, the pan motor is taking all the brute force. It literally is hot, this motor back here. Ooh, that is a very hot motor. Ooh, Tony says, Highline. Looks good. Thank you. So everyone, I do apologize, but we just got to test this in real time. That motor is hot. So I'm gonna sit it up. I want you guys to look at those clouds. I'm using Maven Filters, so keep that in mind. And I'm using the Comic-Con BD Live 10 audio. You should be hearing the audio from the microphone. And as I said yesterday, I noticed in the other live stream, ladies and gentlemen, my 180-degree adapters failed after 4 or 5 months of using them. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy those anymore. Those are just a waste of time. Yeah, they keep failing, and that's because I'm buying the cheap ones. So, yeah, the cheap ones seem to be good, and that's what it said it was. So I took the word for other YouTubers, and turns out they don't last very long. They have a shortage in them. So the weird part about these 180-degree Type-C adapters is that sometimes, like, one side would go out, and then you have to flip it and to charge it. It's just weird how you gotta flip. Yeah, it's stupid, but look at that sky cover, everyone. Okay, so the pan axis did cool down just a slight bit, I can tell. So yeah, it just needs to rest. So I am using Maven Filters so you guys can see that detail in those clouds. I'm using 3-stop and a CPL. So that it gives me, what, 4.5 stops? But I like making these videos for you guys. These are like and mind you, I only want to use the best gear to make these videos, because mind you, I look at a lot of loggers videos, and like, I'm just saying, guys, you're logging in New York City and you have a gimbal, you just don't want to fix the gimbal's calibration. Make it smoother for the audience can see better. They don't really want to see it all to shake that much. Like, and mind you, they are using gimbals and you can still see a lot of shake, and like, yeah, that can make someone very disoriented for a long period, just watching it for long periods of time. Because it did for me, and I was like, ooh, too shaky, man. And mind you, they're not shooting at the right bit rate too. They don't, and that's another thing. Shooting at the right frame rate and the bit rate is important. And mind you, it's 4th of July. Guys, ooh, it's 4th of July, that's right, I want a beer. No, I don't want a beer, I'm talking about later. When wants to support a beer for 4th of July celebration? I don't want beer, actually. You know what I want? I want a burrito. Yeah, fuck alcohol. I don't want beer. When I'm celebrating 4th of July, excuse my language. But I do apologize, brands, for using language, but you know, I'm just expressing my true nature of my raw talent and what I really have to say as a documentarian, as a journalist, as a YouTuber, as a photographer, as a content creator, as a consultant, as an artist, as an activist, as someone that loves the people, but some people don't love Panda. Some people think mind you, some people literally think I'm the bad guy. Really? But other than that, everyone, I noticed the pan motor calmed down when, see how smooth that is? super smooth. Yeah, a little fast there because I'm panning fast. But so let me show you on my other phone what the setup looks like. So this is the setup. You guys can see it. Can you guys see it? Because I got that CPL, that's why. I can't even see the screen. Yeah, I need to like take the CPL off. I think I need to. Ooh, oops. Yeah, I think I need to take the CPL off. That's when you know the CPL is working, when it stops reflections. Oh, so this motor is getting very hot. Whew. It's taking a lot of weight. I wonder if I can just like... Uh-oh. Yeah, that motor is getting very hot. Hello again. What's going on, everyone? I'm just sitting here trying to test these motors. But what I tell everyone, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys want to support the channel, all you have to do is subscribe, like, and share. But this is a real-time test, portrait mode on the VB2 Pro. Everything that I'm using is in the comments. I mean, everything I'm using is in the descriptions, I'm sorry. And my battery life right now is at 58%. Yeah, I killed the battery much faster in this mode. Very surprised. But if you guys want to contribute to the channel financially, there's a PayPal, cash.app, Venmo to keep the lights on here. That's what we do, you know. But thank you for watching. Talk to you guys next one.